ano yung initial thoughts nyo when you heard about the Armed Forces Chief of Staff telling his troops na maghanda ng posibleng mga action kung sakaling i-invade ang China? The fact that he said this publicly, ano po bang, what do you make of that?
Well, yung unang nasa isip ko noon is maybe it should have been discussed not in public. Pero natural lang naman sa military mag prepare at natural din naman yung mag prepare ng contingency plan for any scenario. So in this case, tama lang naman yung yung idea niya na given yung situation sa Taiwan na medyo nag-heighten up, but it doesn't mean na mayroong actual invasion or mayroong actual hostilities that are forthcoming, no? Tama lang naman na mag-prepare.
But how should we prepare when you talk about this possible Taiwan invasion? Ano po yung mga nitty-gritty na dapat tinitingnan natin?
Actually, hindi dito sa Pilipinas ang burden ng preparation dapat doon sa Taiwan. Sino ba yung agency natin sa Taiwan na representante ng Pilipinas? I believe that's MECO. So sila dapat yung more than the armed forces, it would be yung agency natin doon that represents the country that will be in the forefront ng planning. So I know that in some cases before, dun sa Middle East, nung nagkaroon ng hostilities doon, yung embahada natin yung nangunguna sa preparasyon at yung pagko-coordinate sa ating mga migrant workers. Okay. So, mang initial thought ko rito would be kabisado ba ng MECO yung ilan yung tao ron, saan sila nakadistino o saan sila nagtatrabaho. Then most likely dapat inorganize niya na yan into cells or into yung physically magkakasama sa isang grupo and mag-a-assign niya ng parang ward leader para in case ng emergency merong meron silang merong mamumuno sa kanila sa bawat area ng pinagkakatrabahuan nila. Tapos merong ding plano kung saan ba kayo mag-evacuate kung meron sakaling problema.
So binanggit niya yung yung preparation na that should be spearheaded by MECO. Yan po yung parang de facto embassy natin diyan, although wala naman tayong embassy diyan technically sa Taiwan. Okay. Pero logistically, do we have enough assets to actually evacuate that huge number of Filipinos na nasa Taiwan po quickly in case an invasion indeed happens?
Medyo challenging 'yan kasi ang unang titingnan mo is saan yung point of exit niya. So sa nakikita ko, ang logical port of exit niya would be the port of Kaohsiung in southern Thailand, southern Taiwan. Then yung port of entry niya sa Pilipinas would be either dito sa Cagayan sa Port of Irene or dito sa Apari, Port of Apari. So from there, titingnan mo ano yung magduduktong diyan. Yung tinatawag nating in military terms kasi ang kakandak mo rito is non-combatant evacuation operations for civilian. So titingnan mo kung na-establish mo yung point to point saan sila dapat mag-exit at saan yung entry point sa Pilipinas, then ang titingnan mo is ano yung connector mo doon. Paano mo ngayon move yung tao from Kaohsiung to, let's say, Port of Apari. So, legitimate yung question mo naman, do we have enough assets? If I recall sa Middle East before, nung we had to evacuate our migrant workers, nag-lease tayo ng commercial vessel na already in place doon sa Middle East. Okay? So dito, mag-hire ka ng magli-lease ka ng commercial vessels with enough capacity para magkarga ng ating para maging pasahero yung ating mga migrant workers. Pero mind you, Christian, in case lang yung ganung scenario, baka hindi lang migrant workers natin yung mag-evacuate natin. Most likely kasama na diyan mag-evacuate yung migrant workers ng Indonesia. Okay? Kasi marami din sila ron. And most likely, baka may mga foreigners din na turista o nadayo sa Taiwan pero hindi naman taga ron. Tapos walang matakbuhan. Doon din ang bagsak niyan. So hindi lang hindi lang Pilipino, kapwa Pilipino natin yung most likely na pagpaplanuhan mo doon sa ganong type of evacuation.
In that kind of context, Admiral, can we expect na itong sinasabi niyong non-combatant military operations, kahit papano, hindi naman natin pwedeng sabihin na magiging smooth yan, no? Through and through. Pero relatively smooth in the context of that invasion, especially with the factor which is the United States na meron ding presence dito sa ating mga isla. Kumbaga, papayagan ba ng China na maging smooth yan as much as possible?
Well, of course, magiging what we call that contested battle space yung yung Bashi Channel, yung southern part ng Taiwan. In any conflict kasi involving Taiwan, yung Bashi Channel will be the decisive point, kumbaga, ng conflict. Kasi critical yun. Hindi lang yan for maritime traffic, pati yung naval traffic, diyan din yung daan yan. Okay? So, sa both sides of the fence, importante siyang objective. So, for China, importante na makontrol niya yung Bashi Channel para maging successful yung kanyang quote-unquote invasion of southern Taiwan. Kung sa atin naman, at saka sa Amerika, at saka ibang strategic partners natin, kailangan mo rin i-control yung Bashi Channel para mag-push through yung evacuation mo. Okay.
So, paano nga?
Kailangan mo muna mag-establish ng sea control ng Bashi Channel. So that means co-converge ka ng naval resources mo, naval assets mo, sufficient para ma-manage mo yung evacuation. Otherwise, vulnerable siya. Ang isang komplikasyon kasi diyan, Christian, if I were China, yung isang military objective ko diyan would be the Port of Kaohsiung din. Okay? Para mag-introduce ako ng ground forces, magiging objective ko rin yung Port of Kaohsiung. So yun yung complication doon sa natin, yung kung sakaling gagawa ka ng plano, yun yung magiging complication doon.